And we have been saying for a while, despite Qatar hosting the Men's FIFA World Cup, I think Dubai could be one of the big winners, given the amount of people who are going to be staying here and doing those match day shuttle runs over to Qatar and come back.
That makes a lot of sense, right? I mean, Dubai's got a lot to offer for anyone who's traveling for any part of the world. Come here, stick around, watch the game, come back, and then enjoy the other days in Dubai. Maybe travel to Abu Dhabi, go to Fujairah, maybe for that matter.
Enjoy it. Well, to get more details about how Dubai property might be experiencing an Expo-like effect during the World Cup is Nima Safa. She's the founder and CEO of S&V Properties. Thank you for your time on Talk 100.3.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
So are we right to say that short-term properties, short-term rentals are really going to increase over the World Cup period?
Oh, certainly. As a matter of fact, we already start to see the effect of it. So majority of the properties that we have for short-term rental that we're managing, majority of them are booked, considering Q4 of every year for us is a high season, and finding properties on the short-term rentals is very difficult. And I'm sure this one would be an add-on.
Right. So, but then when you say that, short-term rentals, will it also impact these short-term rentals? Will it also impact for someone who is looking for a long-term contract but wouldn't get it because, everything is taken up by the short-term guys?
It usually can happen, certainly. If people are coming to watch a World Cup, they flying to Dubai and coming staying in Dubai and see definitely the potential that the city has. They are willing to stay maybe longer. Some people trying to move in and stay here with the family. So definitely that's going to impact long-term rental, as well as even sales of the property, I believe, in my opinion, will increase, certainly.
Right.
Yeah, no, look, this is an interesting one, but for many people who are looking to maybe take advantage of it, someone like me, Nima, I've got a spare room in my place. How would I go about saying, I might rent this out for a couple of weeks during the World Cup?
Oh, well, when we're coming to the short-term rental, this has to be regulated through the management companies who they have authority to do that for you, as well as I believe some of the owners, they have ability to register with Dubai Tourism, can register the properties, and if they meet the standards, they can put the property on the short-term rental. But I'm not sure it's going to be that easy that, the property has to have the standards to be met, and then you can just put it.
Oh, but my place is pretty good. No, yeah,
no, you look at his property, you'd want to give a premium, I tell you.
Yeah, we got a nice penthouse apartment, level 35 at Dubai Marina, beautiful view.
Wow.
I'm just joking here. But I guess on a serious note, there will be some people that will be looking to maximise and do something similar, wouldn't there?
Certainly. As a matter of fact, I'll give you an example. A couple of properties that we are doing the transfer of the property means we are selling it. The new owners, for example, a couple of them are in Marina, or some of the cases we have in downtown, they're trying to speed up to do the transfer of the property under their name first 2 weeks of October, in order to prepare the property, register it with Dubai Tourism, to make it ready for 1st of November, because we really see the demand is going high for short-term rental property, and I'm sure this is not going to stick only for short-term, long-term. For new people who come into Dubai, where they attending the World Cup Saturday, when they see the infrastructure of Dubai and they see how government issuing the new rules and regulation, which is investor-friendly, I can say it, majority of them would be definitely be interested to invest in the property. And I'm sure off-plan property and off-plan section will increase more and more, because certainly purchasing a property which is under construction from developers, by considering the installment they have, it's very easy payments. There is no taxes on the property payments, and there is no interest rate on the installment that you're paying to developers. So I'm sure off-plan property sales will definitely increase, as well as short-term rentals and long-term rentals.
I mean, it's a fantastic insight for anyone who wants to buy a property, and probably can expedite all of that so that they can make use of this little surge that is coming through. But tell me, if someone is looking to maybe move from their current apartment to a new apartment, say in November or December, even though they are looking for a long-term, contract, say a full 1 year contract, because that's how people live over here, a current resident, would they also face a little heckle because they might be seeing that the prices have surged and they may not get the right property because all of those properties would have been taken up by the short termers?
That can be a case, and definitely, if majority of the properties go to the short-term rental, the demand is increasing for available properties for long-term.
Mm-hmm.
So when the demand is high, certainly the price will go definitely higher. And we see in some areas we have seen price up to 24%, 30% increase in the rental. So there would be some, I would say, shortage of these properties for a long-term rental as well.
Mm-hmm.
But consider something, increasing in the rental of the properties when tenants, they see the monthly payment or the yearly payment for the rental is increasing, they turn to be a new buyer by approaching to the banks and applying for the new mortgages. They can purchase a property, own that property while they're paying less monthly payment than the rental.
And what's been the change in the property market with the UAE's Golden Visa program? Has this changed anything with the high net worth individuals buying in?
Absolutely. There are certain reasons, and by what we are seeing, what's happening around the world, and by the vision that Dubai government has, or the plan they have, especially the newest one is the Golden Visa, is encouraging so many of new buyers coming to Dubai real estate market, not only as an investors, as end users. So they're moving not their own money, they're moving the family, they're moving the businesses to Dubai. And certainly this can be one of the main reasons we see a huge demand on luxury and high ticket properties in the market. And we can see almost every other month the transaction amount record is broken from Palm Jumeirah to another side, from another side to another side of the city.
It is incredible, and for many for many owners of apartments, is it financially better to have a tenant for the entire year, or with these spikes that you see with Expo and that you see around the World Cup, do you get more return being a month-to-month rental property owner?
In comparison with the short-term rental, owners are able to receive higher rental at the end of the year in comparison when they're putting in the long-term rental. So short-term rental technically generate more return on investment for your property, whether if it's an apartment, whether if it's a townhouse or villa, but certainly location of the property will help you to have higher occupancy rate, will lead you to have higher rental return.
But doesn't the upkeep cost you more when you get short-term people who are in there to party for a month? You've got to do repairs after they come and go?
Well, technically, this really gets back to the management companies and type of the guest you have. However, I believe, after my information, when the guests are booking in or booking the property, there would be certain amount as a deposit, a security deposit they lock in. So after they're moving out of property, the company will get in the property and check everything. And I'm not really sure they're going to destroy entire property. So the booking deposit that they put, the security deposit is enough.
It must just be my Australian friends. Okay, no, don't rent out to Australians.
But then again, the short-term property rentals that normally happen may not be getting getting say tenants for the whole year like you have with the long-term tenants. So then again, it's like a little gamble that you're taking up short-term termers versus taking a full 1 year with no-nonsense person who stays there with the family.
It totally depends on the client or the owner of the property. If they're willing to have, let's say, the higher return on investment or higher rental income, definitely it's worth to do it. And I believe it's really totally a couple of factors they need to consider. But the management company who's doing the short-term rental for them, they're playing a very important role in order to keep the occupancy at the highest.
Okay. No, this is fantastic. I mean, the insights that you've given us are absolutely amazing. Now, if you would recommend someone whose friends or families are coming in to watch the World Cup over here in the UAE, what areas should they be looking to put them up in, which will not pinch their pockets?
Well, honestly, it really depends on what type of entertainment they're looking for. I still believe Dubai Marina is one of the very, very popular areas because it's waterfront community, as well as has a walking distance towards the JBR. And there should be some properties over there that doesn't really cost high for them and for the family to stay in. If they have a way larger families, there are beautiful villa and townhouse communities in Dubai that they can just choose. It really depends what they're looking for. Some people, they love shopping destination, therefore Business Bay or Burj Khalifa area is going to be a perfect option for them to stay and enjoy the dancing fountain, Burj Khalifa show, and certainly the whole day shopping destination in Dubai Mall.
Now, you mentioned about having a big family. You could go to Damac Hills too and probably get a villa for, as less as 40,000 for a year and keep the family there for a whole year.
Absolutely, definitely. This is one of the main reasons actually people moving to suburb areas, because Dubai has this infrastructure. The roads are great, and let's say living in the center of a city in a way smaller area, you can simply move your family and paying the same amount or even less amount and having a 3 times larger space for way better lifestyle. This is why majority of people, as you mentioned, are moving to suburb area, which because infrastructure is there. Communities are amazing, beautiful communities. They have all the facilities and amenities to offer the best lifestyle to families.
No, it is going to be an exciting time, certainly for the region with the World Cup being here. And it's also a very, very lucrative period if you can be savvy with your property investments. Nima Safa, the founder and CEO of S&V Properties. Thank you very much for joining us and sharing your insights on Talk 100.3.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. Have a lovely day.
Wonderful. Thank you. And I find that so interesting that, for some property owners, there can be more money at the end of the year if you do month to month compared to having a tenant there for the entire 12-month period.
No, that makes sense. Again, totally is like, are you willing to take that headache every month looking for a tenant, getting the paperwork done, cleaning up the property after they've left after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, versus have a proper responsible family stay there for a year? After every 2 months or 3 months your checks are coming in, and since it's a family who's going to live there for a whole year, they may not be as nuisance as probably a party set of people coming in to probably party in their property.
If you've got some friends coming over that are looking for a short-term lease, or maybe you're thinking about renting out your property or part of your property, let us know. 058686